So you really actually liked it?
Yeah.
That was it for the camera? Okay.
That was... Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to like it.
It was very easy to listen to, but not easy because it was like simple.
Yeah.
Just easy because it was a lot of fun.
Right. Hi, I'm Archie.
I'm Molly.
And today we're going to be reacting to Madvillainy. Well, she is reacting to Madvillainy. So this is actually your first time listening to a full hip-hop album.
An entire one.
Yeah. What do you know about Madvillain?
Part MF Doom.
Yes.
Part madlib.
Yeah, that's true. What do you know about MF Doom?
Special herbs.
Yeah, special herbs. We would listen to that. We listen to that quite often, actually.
In the car.
Just the beats. But you haven't actually heard him rap.
Never.
MF Doom. All right.
But you said there's a lot of wordplay.
Yes. So some of you might be wondering, like, why would you start her off on Madvillain, which is a bit complex. Because yeah, she's into you're into wordplay.
Super into wordplay. Wrote some research into wordplay. Translation of wordplay.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
So yeah, we'll give this a go. We'll see what you think.
Yeah.
So this album is yeah, like you said, it's MF Doom, the rapper, will be the rapper on here, and Madlib is the guy that makes the beats. He's a legendary producer. Mm-hmm. And they collaborated for this album. And it was released in 2004. Mm-hmm. This is one of those albums that people think they should like in order to be cool or sound cool. I remember this coming out, not when it came out, but maybe a couple of years later when I got into it. It took me a while to get into it personally. Why? It's different. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you. It is 22 songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but only 46 minutes.
Okay.
So it's not actually that daunting. It's just unconventional song structures. And yeah, so I think what we'll do is I'll just pause the song, or I'll just stop after each song and you could just tell me what's going on. So the first one is called Illest Villains.
As luck would have it, one of America's two most powerful villains of the next decade
shock women into uncontrolled hysteria.
Typical villain releases included...
I know they're going to kiss me, but don't let anyone see me like that. Please, Doctor, help me!
And a sequel.
Take him out the picture. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to villain. Truth for dear, when he at the mic, it's like the place get oh yeah. It's like they know what's about to happen. Just keep y'all living, the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hear you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it. Yuck, it's like the end to the means. Fuck type of message that's more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Slip like Freudian, your first and last step to playing yourself like accordion.
So what'd you think of that?
Interesting. I feel like I didn't get a lot of the references.
Right. That's pretty much MF Doom. He just...
It sounded good.
It's very free associative. It's just a lot of nothing. But it's just more of the rhyme schemes.
So it didn't actually make sense,
I don't think so.
There were things I was like, am I supposed to understand what that means? But
yeah.
I didn't get it. But I liked the vibe.
So I don't know. I feel like MF Doom is just primarily about the lyrics and the song and the rhyming structures. Mm-hmm. As you can see, sometimes he just rhymes the same. He'll rhyme within the sentence.
Yeah.
Within the phrase. So I think if you look at it that way,
I liked it.
We'll move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. So track 2 is Meat Grinder.
Borderline schizo, sort of fine tits though, quarter wine, order grind, 8:45, let's go. The worst hated god who perpetrated odd favors demonstrated in the perforated rod lavers. Old tan Elises. Jeez.
Sleeping in a jar? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the I don't know how to describe what the it's not menacing, but it's like he's up to no good.
Yeah. He is the villain.
Yeah,
the
I
mad
like
villain.
that. I like that. I liked sleeping in a jar. Sort of fine tits though.
Yeah.
I like that one.
So we'll go to bistro. Like I said, bistro is just an interlude, and then it'll go into raid, and then we'll talk about those.
Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debut grand opening of Madvillain Bistro Bed and Breakfast Bar and Grill.
How do you do?
Yeah. Live on the beats, we have the one and only Madlib.
How do you do?
We also have
do you
King
do?
Ghidra on the mix, Quasimodo, and I'm your host, the supervillain. Lay back, have a good time, enjoy the music, you know what I'm saying?
That was good.
Sure.
It's cool how he establishes an atmosphere.
yeah, for sure.
It is actually, but because at the start when he
It's like, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, and he the bistro bed and breakfast bar and grill cafe lounge, and he actually made it sound like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
So he names like King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah is one of MF Doom's aliases. Victor Vaughn, that's another character he plays. And Quasimodo is actually Madlib. And same with yesterday's new quintet. So you're gonna see a couple songs here featuring Quasimodo, and it's actually Madlib, and his voice is just pitched up, and you'll find out later.
That was also why it was going on.
How do you do? How do you do?
Two, 1, 2. Try to bite, they better off going to fly a kite in a firefight during tornado time with no coat, then I caught ya. Wrote the book on rhymes, a note from the author. What do he know about the buttery flow? He need to cut the ego, tripping. To date the metal fellow, been ripping flows since New York plates was ghetto yellow.
If I ain't got a dime, got me sneaking out of checkout lines with bottles by the wayside. Smack him in the face, do or die, ride how the tip turn, street turns. Keep me in this dirt like an earthworm. Woody spit hits and bros with brothers ever learn. Word for word, champ with a nerve, meeting the germ.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I was featuring Med. I'm not familiar with him, but he was on there.
I thought it was cool how he's rhyming one way, and then he just throws in a word at the end,
Yeah.
and then changes what he's rhyming
Right.
with that word that he just
Right.
threw in at the end.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't think he was going to say it, in the same like breath,
Right.
he slips it in there and then
changes
changes
the-
what he's
yeah,
rhyming with.
The whole rhyme scheme afterwards.
Also, he rhymed earthworm with learn, as you might see in North America. Nerd, as you might see.
Right.
And adjourned.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Earthworm and adjourned.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So the next song is called America's Most Blunted, and it's featuring Quasimodo, who is Madlib. So.
Music. Listening to music while stoned is a whole new world. Most parents consider its importance second only to sex. And grass will change your musical habits for the better.
America's most bloody.
At the stop and go mart, acting like a spirit host done it.
America's most bloody.
Yo, dude, wild guess. You could say he stays sedated. Some say booted, some say faded. Someday pray that he will grow a farm barn full. Recent research show it's not so darn harmful. Sometimes you might need to detox.
My bowl got packed.
You drop X, you can have good sex.
No.
I smoke
Thanks,
dank.
so I can
Roll
roll
me
me
a
a
shade.
shank.
Watch the cigarette. I got the fat sack. All day I hunt it.
Roll weed.
America's most blunt.
Creativity. It's a known fact that grass increases creativity from 8 to 11 times. Remember...
M-A-R-I-J-U? A-J-U-A-N-A. Marijuana. Marijuana.
That was fantastic.
You like that one?
I think that spoke to me on a personal level. I liked how at the start they're talking about bad weed.
Yeah.
I liked how it was going like round.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like being dizzy.
Yeah.
That was really fantastic, actually.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorites.
That was funny and it
Yeah.
was clever.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that part. At
The mixing
start.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
How'd you feel about Quasimodo?
Was he at the end?
He was a guy with his voice was like pitched.
Yeah, it was like, is his voice actually like that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was great. America's Most Blunted. Yeah,
it's a funny title as well.
That was a good one. That's my
Right.
favorite one so far.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Outro
it's a known
was-
fact that grass increases creek.
And then like when he was doing that, and then like the
yeah,
xylophone or
like
whatever.
it's an educational thing. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, so the next track is Sickfit, and then I think it just goes into rainbows. So.
This villain was a ruthless, masked conqueror with aspirations to dominate the universe.
It reminds me of like an old detective thing. Like that's the vibe.
Right.
Like an old detective thing in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe it's giving me. And then with the like old fashioned like voices and the like was it a woman screaming or something?
Yeah.
In the
snippets of it.
background. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also liked when the rhythm changed.
Right.
And I thought the song was going to change, but then it just went back to the way it was.
Yeah.
I like how they're like, it feels like a comic book.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that one at first when I first heard it. But I don't really mind it. It's kind of like an interlude, but it kind of reinforces that comic book feel for sure.
Yeah, it feels like each song, like it's obviously telling a story,
Yeah.
but yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
has like.
For me, it's kind of like each song is like a page or something, or like even a
different
box
page
or something.
Yeah,
like a
I
different
was gonna
storyline.
say like a frame. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool so far. I'm
Cool.
enjoying it. Yeah.
Great. So the next track is called Curls.
Villain get the money like curls. They just trying to get a nut like squirrels in his mad world. Land of milk and honey with the swirls, where reckless naked girls get necklaces of pearls. First started going raw, kept the dro in the drawer. A rhyming klepto who couldn't go up in the store no more. Yup, you know it. Growing up too fast, showing up to class with my wet in a flask. He asked the teacher if he leave, will he pass? His girl is home alone, he trying to get the. If you wanna sip, get a paper water fountain glass. How I'm supposed to know where your mouth been last?
Like when I first.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember like when I first listened to that, and you're anticipating he was gonna say ass.
No way.
Yeah, but then he had that fart sound.
Yeah.
And then it was at that point that I realized that fart sound was actually in the instrumental, like throughout the whole song.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It wasn't just like there.
Oh.
But if you listen to the rest of the song, like it's there, like
I
on
didn't
the
notice
beat.
that. Yeah, I thought that part was funny.
That was another thing I was gonna tell you about MF Doom. Like sometimes he'll rhyme a bunch of stuff, then you'll anticipate he's gonna say something.
Yeah, and then he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
Or he says something totally different.
Yeah.
And then starts doing something else.
Right. So he's just messing around with you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
He's a rascal.
He's a rascal. So next is Do Not Fire, and then we might just let that go into Money folder.
Okay.
Okay.
They ran it, planned it, and left him stranded. The best, any who profess will be remanded. Yes, sir, request permission to be candid. Granted, I don't think we can handle a style so rancid. He flipped it like Madlib did the old jazz standard. Don't mind mind me. I wrote this rhyme lightly over 2 or 3 heinies, and boy was they fine, G. One black, one Spanish, one Chinese. It keeps the woody shiny year round like a pine tree. Don't sign me, I'm about to get a mill without him. Crowd him off the shelf, he's the villain. And what about him? Poor guys, what a sight for old sore 4 eyes. Now hook me with 2 apple pies and a small fries. All rise, so far odd as a ruple. So raw, break it down and make quadruple. Egads, he got enough styles to start 3 fads. True that, she bad, I wonder do she come with knee pads? What a call, what a real butterball. Either I get a strike or strike out, gutter ball.
Muscle-bound karate expert concealed a razor edge which...
One thing I have noted is he has a really smooth voice.
Yeah.
It's really nice to listen to, actually. Yeah. It's just very pleasant.
People say he has a very buttery flow.
Yeah, yeah. I also heard it sounded like Nintendo music.
Yeah.
Underneath.
There's a couple of...
Yeah. Which I guess just added to what we were talking about. Like the kind of like comic-y, cartoony kind of thing.
Yeah. This is actually like for Madlib, this is kind of unique. Like this is not usually his sound. Mm-hmm. Well, not in my opinion anyway. Like especially the work that he's done after it. He's more into, he does like, I think it's just the one with the jazz standard, you know, it kind of just got into that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
That's more like standard Madlib. That's like he's really into jazz stuff. So like this cartoon type stuff is kind of different for him. Because like you've heard like Special Herbs, it sounds very cartoony.
Yeah, cartoony. Yeah.
So he's kind of like crafted beats specifically for him, right? So yeah, it totally works. The both of them.
I am really enjoying this. So
cool.
far. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, the next one is called Shadows of Tomorrow with Quasimodo. Okay. So he's back.
Today is the present future of yesterday. Yesterday is a shadow of today. The darkness of the past is yesterday, and the light of the past is yesterday. The days of yesterday are all numbered in some. Time that was a yesterday. Yesterday belongs to the dead, because the dead belongs to the past. The past is yesterday. Today is the preview of tomorrow, but past is once upon a time. Once upon a time is past, the past is yesterday. Today. The past is yesterday. Today.
Future was the light of the future, see. Yesterday belongs to the dead. Tomorrow belongs to the living. The past is certified as a finished product. Anything which is ended is finished. That which is perfect is finished. The perfect man is no exception to the rule.
Different stars. That would be where the alter destiny would come in.
So you know when he started doing like the today is tomorrow, yesterday in the future, the past.
What are you about to say?
I was gonna say like it reminds me of, you know, that old lady meme, and she's like calculating like I'm trying to keep track of what he's saying. Like,
it reminded me, you know, the funeral home we drive past. It always has like an inspirational quote.
Yes.
It reminded me of that.
So MF Doom wasn't in that one. That was just Quasimodo.
That was
and then Madlib just took off the picture.
At the end, the anything which has ended is finished. That which is perfect is finished. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very profound.
Very profound.
I mean, I feel like if you just read each line, you're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense.
Totally.
But it was just like whizzing by. Yeah, it's just whizzing by like so much, like so quickly that you can't even.
You don't have time to work out.
No, you can't comprehend. You're just okay, sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying all of it, to be honest. Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
All right, so the next track is Operation Lifesaver, aka Mint Test, and then we'll just go straight into Figaro.
Okay.
The world is under attack at this very moment by the most powerful forces man has ever seen.
To ruin, her big button smile was like camo. Hit up the men's room, we need more ammo. Watch at 3 o'clock, a new recruit. That's her gin and juicy juice. Use to stick a juicy fruit.
The whole world's watching and counting. And all you people listening out there, everybody, everywhere, hang on!
Sorry, I know we said we weren't going
to
stop.
Okay.
What's the song on Special Herbs that sounds like that? Because there's one on Special Herbs that sounds
that's true.
like that. We have to look up after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the part at the end.
It's like,
oh no, the beat stopped.
Okay, so the next one's called Figaro.
Rest is empty with no brain, but the clever nerd, the best MC with no chain you ever heard. A shot of Jack got her back, it's not an act stack. Forgot about the cackalack, holler back, clack, clack, blocker. Villainy, feel him in your heart, chakra, chart topper, start shit stopper, be a smart shopper. And please, stage made of panties. From the age of baby hoochies on to the grannies, ban me the dough rake. Daddy, the flow make her fatty shake. Patty cake, not stand still. Both show skills close, but no krills. Toast for polils, post no bills. Coast to coast, Joe Smoes flows ill. Go chill, not supposed to overdose, no dose pills. Told ya, on some get rich shit. As he gets older, he gets colder than a witch tit. This is it, make no mistakes. Where my nigga go? Figaro. Wait till you see him live on the piano. Doom sings soprano like una dos piano. My mama told me, blast him, pass her glass of OE. I like ice cream, we could skip the wedding. Have a nice dream, she only let him stick her head in.
This is actually one of my favorite songs on the album.
He did a lot of
There's a lot of work to
rhyming.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of, he just kept going.
Yeah,
and going.
like do not stand still, both show skills.
Yeah.
Close but no krills, toast
Yeah.
for po-ills, post no bills. Coast to coast, show schmoes, flows ill, go chill.
Yeah, he just kept going.
I can't even
You can't even get it out.
Can't even get it out, I'm just
Did
reading.
you hear him?
Then he'll just go on to another stanza.
Then he just
stanza. Another stanza.
Poetry.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's straight up poetry.
It's really, he's very clever. Maybe that's clever nerd.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Yeah. And the beat on this one, I really like the beat on this one.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite instrumentals for sure.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
If anything, even if I didn't like it, he's undeniably extremely clever.
Yeah.
But I like it a lot.
Perfect. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. It's called Hardcore Hustle.
Madvillain. Jump on the track with the hardcore hustle. With the busload of niggas, this time we brought y'all muscle.
Was that guy dying at the end?
Havoc, beat this mad traffic, sleek and lavish. People speaking, leaking to Leviathan. My friend, I call them strangers. Anybody talk to them, end up in some danger. Can't reform them. They pray 4 times a day, they pray 5. Who ways is strange when it's time to survive? Summer go game. You can't reform them.
That Mary was going around with an old flame. That burned me up.
That's one of my favorite beats.
Yeah, I like that. I liked how it slowed down and then went into that kind of like...
Right.
Because there's like religious stuff in here, right? Yeah, because he was talking about praying and reform and stuff that. And then I felt like the little old fashioned thing that he brought in, that sounded like old timey. Not old timey, but like...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Kind of like traditional.
Traditional, traditional. I
also like the way he was rapping. He was rapping a certain way, and then, as you said, when it started to slow down, his rapping slowed down also.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how hard that is because you kind of have to make sure it's make sure it's still on beat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's kind of just more of his talent on display.
Yeah.
When it comes to rhyming. Yeah, at the end of the song where he's talking, he says, "Oh, that Mary was going around with an old flame.
Yeah.
That burned me up." So the next song is called Fancy Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And it says featuring Victor Vaughn. Mm-hmm. So that's MF Doom's character, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically in this song, I can't remember which way it is, but Victor Vaughn is taking MF Doom's girl.
So he's playing all these characters.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. He's written a play and then made it an album, rap album.
So in this Fancy Clown song, I think he's rapping one guy, and then he's rapping as the other guy afterwards.
He's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah. So
you have to give it to him.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm impressed.
Perfect. So we'll move on to Fancy Clown then.
I knew you was in around, playing all innocent, hoeing since the foundation. Don't make me have to pound this 10 crown facing and risk being jammed up like traffic inbound from spacing. There's been a now you apologize, that's what they all say. You wasn't sorry when you sucked them off in the hallway, but have it your way, raw, no foreplay. That's you if you want a dude who wear a mask all day. Give it to your girlfriend, she did let me stab it last week while you was working. Remember, our vacation out to Maryland, I duped the maid Carolyn, she made me throw the towel in. Ain't enough room in this fucking town. When you see Tin Head, tell him be ducking down.
So Yeah, actually, it was the other way around. So it was MF Doom took Victor Vaughn's girl.
So Tin Head is him.
Tin Head is MF Doom.
And yeah, he was talking about wearing a mask all day. And
yeah.
Okay.
Next is I think it's kind of like a interlude. It's just a girl singing. And then the next one is Supervillain theme, which I think is just an instrumental.
Okay.
Then we'll just go to All Caps, which is probably, I think it's the most played song. This one or accordion is the most played song on the album. So
Okay.
we'll just listen to this all three in a row.
Every day when I look into your brown eyes, I get high.
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you could call me your majesty. It's a sick glow. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the brick go. And you know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. Peep the slow cutter as he uttered a calm flow. Don't talk about my mom, yo. Some about hot tracks like spot a pair of fat asses. Shots of the scotch from out the square shot glasses. Head spin to boogaloo. Took a few minutes to convince the average boogaloo. It's ugly, like look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps when you spell the man name.
So All Caps, this is like a fan favorite. This is one of his most popular songs. Just remember all caps when you spell the man's name.
Yeah.
That's like
MF Doom, I guess.
Yeah, but you'll see that in all comment sections and stuff.
Oh.
Like that's like one of his most known quotes, I guess. So,
I'm gonna start commenting that on YouTube videos.
Just remember
just
all
unrelated.
Okay, so there's two more songs.
Okay.
So it's next one's called Great Day.
I was just too damn old to MC. Looky here, it's just the way the cookie tear. Prepare to get hurt and mangled like Kurt Angle, rookie year. The rocket scientist with the pocket wine list. Some even say he might need some psychiatrist. Doom, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yes, but why would the darn thing be wandering? Dude, not to prove to be rude, but this stuff is like what you might put on movie food. What is jalapenos? Last wish, I wish I had two more wishes. And I wish they fixed the door to the Matrix's mad glitches. Spit so many verses, sometime my jaw twitches. One thing this party could use is more booze. Put yourself in your own shoes and stay away from all the pairs of busted Timbs you don't use. I kid you not, on the dotted line sign. Ever since a minor, kids consider him some kind of Einstein on a diamond mine grind. She was dumb fine, but not quite the type that you might want to wine and dine. It's easy as pie, 3.14. One more, one fall smooth, and they done for.
I liked how this was lighthearted, like a.
I love the instrumental on this
Yeah,
one.
it felt like a morning stroll.
Yes. That's a good way of describing it.
Nice.
Yeah, a great day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I like that. I liked the vibe.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, your homie.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah. So that was another thing, right? Like where you expect him to say something, and then the other one where he's like, one thing this party could use is more.
Yeah,
booze.
I was gonna comment on that.
Yeah.
And then and how he
put yourself in your own shoes.
Yeah. I liked how he stopped and then
transition into another rhyme scheme.
Yeah, and he didn't say what you expected he was gonna say.
Yeah. So he's a master at that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
I feel like this album, like, it finishes strong. Like, some of my favorite songs are towards the end here, like Fancy Clown, All Caps, Great Day. I mean, Figaro was kind of towards the end as well.
I like As Easy as Pie, 3.14.
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah.
So we're down to the final song called Rhinestone Cowboy.
My dad sings that.
Rhinestone Cowboy?
Yeah.
Hold a cold one like he hold an old gun, like he hold a microphone and stole the show for fun. Watch the drop top poppy, known as the grimy, limey, slimy, try me, blimey. Simply smashing in a fashion that's timely. Madvillain dashing in a beat rhyme crime spree. A lot of bitches think he's overly chauvinistic. Let go his dick if that's the case. Rats with a waist, there's more cats to chase. Door cuckoo like Gary Gnu off Newzoo Review. But who knew the mask had a loose screw? Hell could hardly tell, had to tighten it up like the Drells and Archie Bell. He's in it for the quiche. You might as well not ask them for no free shit, capiche?
Sometimes they were comedic or relentlessly horrifying. They were the foes of society, whether fighting the local sheriff
There you have it.
That was really
Madvillainy.
fantastic. That was really enjoyable.
Great.
I'm glad that we listened to it as an album rather than an individual
In
song
pieces, yeah.
because you really need the whole,
Right.
like it's an experience.
Mhm.
It was excellent. It was really, really, really
Great.
good. I really liked the storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't, like there was no, they didn't slip at any point. I thought it was really impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really enjoyed it.
So do you understand why it's heralded as one of the greatest
Yeah.
albums of all time?
I totally do.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
journey.
And it's quite different from like the typical rap music.
Yeah,
that
and
you
he
kinda
just
hear.
says things like he says all this complicated stuff that you would just trip over.
Right.
And he just says it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
He just says it so nonchalantly.
So smoothly, on
yeah,
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't like mess. He just it's
Right.
fantastic.
And the thing is, like, he'll choose like all his rhymes, all the words rhyme, but like his flow doesn't stop.
Yeah.
The cadence is the same. Like the syllables are the same.
Yeah. And like the constant like repetition, like
Yeah.
with a tongue twister.
Right.
Like you should like stumble over that, but he
Yeah.
just doesn't.
It goes straight in.
Yeah.
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 And how'd you feel about the music from Madlib?
I thought it was fun. Thought it was playful.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Yeah.
Great.
I've never heard anything like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's your first ever.
My first ever rap album.
And you get to say it was Madvillain. So
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was really fantastic. Really enjoyed that.
Perfect. Do you think
Yeah.
you would like listen to this again
Yeah,
at
for
some
sure.
point?
I was
Yeah.
already thinking I'm looking forward to listening to
Yeah.
this again.
Were there
But
any-
again as a whole.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Even though it was a whole,
standout-
yeah, I was gonna say any standouts for
any
you.
standouts, ones I found particularly amusing.
I mean, there are 22 songs, so it's kind
Oh,
of.
wow.
Yeah, 22 tracks. It doesn't feel that long.
America's
though.
Most Blunted.
Yeah.
That was
I knew
my
it.
favorite by far.
I knew it.
Yeah, but they were all so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like the shorter ones or like the interludes, I
Mhm.
thought those were like
Yeah. Kind of just set the stage or whatever. Kind
yeah,
of
they
kept
really
the theme going.
they really set the scene perfectly
Yeah.
for all of them.
For
And
sure.
like the atmosphere that they created,
Yeah.
like they really nailed that.
Yeah.
The kind of like up to no good, like
Right.
like crime.
Mm-hmm.
That it was really
Yeah.
I can't say it enough. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was, many consider this is MF Doom's kind of like his magnum opus.
Yeah, no wonder.
Very influential. Like he's influenced Tyler, Earl, Joey Badass,
Mhm.
and your boy, Tom York. He says he's his
Yeah.
favorite rapper.
Tom York.
So
Thank you for that. I
Cool.
truly appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to listening to it again. That
Great.
was it was an experience. It was really really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you have it. My wife just reacted to Madvillain. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. If you're interested, we do have individual channels on YouTube. You can check them out in the description below. And hopefully we'll see you next time.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Right. Bye.
Bye.